As a former New Hampshire state representative who marched with Dr. Martin Luther King in 1963, he currently serves on the New Hampshire Commission for Human Rights. He's a product of Birmingham, Alabama, where at one time he had to guess how many jelly beans were in a fruit jar just to be able to vote.
We've come a long way, but we're not there yet.
Together we will explore the visible laws, invisible laws, and the structures above and beneath our human surface that keep us reaching for the stars. It is his goal to work with you in putting Nashua back on top, to be voted the #1 city in the nation again.
We are in a crisis situation, and that's what we're going to talk about.
I'm Harvey Keye. Welcome to Nashua Strong.
Hello, Nashua, New Hampshire. You think we're still with you, huh? I just left you. But this is Harvey with Nashua Strong. I'm so pleased to be here the day after Mother's Day, and again, wishing all the mothers and the brothers who have mothers a happy, happy Mother's Day, and may it linger in your hearts and your minds, because without a mother, you're in trouble. I heard once that the strongest love in the world is between a mother and her children. I know you agree, because there's nothing stronger than that in the world. No love supersedes the mother's love for her children. And when you break that, you're breaking a sacred, sacred, sacred vow. And that's not something that you think about. It comes with a package. It's an innate quality. So, we're back today again with a veteran to this show, because she's so good at what she does. Her name is Sonia Prince. Sonia Prince is a longtime friend of mine, and I call her my lieutenant, my press agent, because she got me out of a lot of trouble, kept other folks off my back at a time when it was crucial. Sonia is a warrior. Sonia comes from a place where I don't really know, because we're going to ask her a few questions. So, Sonia Prince, you've heard her before. She's still on that trail of living in America and giving to yourself from your household's expenses, like I said before. From inside of your house, you could save money. Sonia is a mother of 3 kids. One is going to Hollywood, writing her thesis on some kind of play, which I won't try to explain because I don't understand it. I just bless her and send great cheers to her. One young man of hers is down in Connecticut going to law school, I think, maybe?
Possibly.
Possibly. Yeah. And the other little whippersnapper is?
Also film school.
Okay.
Yep, also in Los Angeles.
So here is Sonia Prince. Sonia Prince, I have to ask you this. Where were you born?
I was born in a small city called Bathurst, New Brunswick, in Canada.
In Canada?
Mm-hmm.
Is that now under the British rule, the Sir Charles III?
No.
Is Canada...
they honor the royals with a nice position, but it's more an honorary role.
Yeah.
It's not a
I just read something where the Sir Charles III is worth $750 million. And the people in some parts of the world under his control are on welfare. Well, that's true in this country too. We won't get into that because that's not why you're here. But we know it's a problem. Where did you go to school, Sonia?
I went to school in Bathurst, New Brunswick. My high school was a French high school, École Secondaire de Pisuquit. And then after that, I went to Université de Moncton, got a bachelor's degree in education with a major in English and minor in geography.
We have a real prize in our presence, folks. Did you play a sport, Sonia?
I played multiple sports. So Canadians, obviously, I love curling. So I played curling. My dad raised me in a curling club because he volunteered there a lot and later became president of that curling club and hosted the Canada Games at that curling club. So curling was a big part of my life. And then track and field and volleyball were my favorites.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. And look at her. She still looks 25, huh? A little bit older. What was your first job out of college?
I worked at a gas station.
At a gas station,
Yeah.
pumping gas?
No, the cashier.
Cashier?
Yeah. And then a little sports store I worked part-time.
In this country or in Canada?
No, in Canada. And then I did tourism, New Brunswick, for the city of Bathurst. And then I worked with special needs kids for one summer. So.
How much was your first paycheck? At
Not
the gas
very
station?
much. I can't recall, but it wasn't much. I think my hours were just like 4 or 5 hours at a time. Yeah. I was a student.
Let me ask you this, and I think you do it so well. And I keep saying, I'm going to ask Sonia to sit me down and refresh my French. And she said, well, Harvey, bring in $100 an hour. But at any rate,
Did I?
At any rate, who inspired you to seek financial freedom? Because that's a little bit off of what your background is.
Yeah.
But
it was,
somehow you wanted to find a way to save more money because you have the kids and, money keeps going out and a lot more need to be coming in. And you found a way to do that. Where did that inspiration come from?
It was perfectly accidental. We were paycheck to paycheck, trying to do the best we could with 3 kids and a dog and a small house. And I was a stay-at-home mom for a few years. So our goal was really to live below our means and try to keep it tight so that we could provide for everyone and everything that we needed. But somebody came to ask us if we wanted to do a financial needs analysis. And it's kind of a financial checkup to see where all your money is going and trying to figure out what your goals are and where you are and where you're headed. So getting from point A to point B, basically, and everybody's different. So we explained to this gentleman, and he came up with a beautiful analysis and said, hey, you're doing great here and here. Here are some areas you can improve. And we realized, oh my God, we're more paycheck to paycheck than we ever thought. We always thought, we were doing pretty good, but really we were one catastrophe away from losing everything because we didn't have enough in savings.
Can you remember, I know you do because you're still doing it, some of the things in your household that this analyst helped you with, particularly like insurance on your car or on the house, maybe looking in your cabinet and seeing what you eat and investing in stocks and bonds of cornflakes and blueberries and all those things in your cupboard that you eat every day. And if you multiply that by 300 million people or 125,000 households and cut back on some of that, that's something that you look at in terms of automobile insurance and house insurance, and how do you do that?
So we look at 7 areas of finance. So one of the areas of finance is auto and home insurance. Another one is life insurance. Another one is debt. So we look at mortgages. We look at credit card debt. We look at tax strategies. We look at estate planning.
You said credit card debt?
Yeah, we do
Are
that.
most people in our society stuck on a high credit card debt with an interest rate that is not coming down?
Yeah, the interest rate is set according to your credit score, so your habits of paying money back, and also like your debt to income ratio. So it matters how much you make versus how much you owe. So there's a few little mathematical details there, but yeah, credit card debt is a problem. It's not always that people are just overspending. It's just life is expensive and things have gone up in price, like housing and medical and things like that. So people tend to, or a job loss, people tend to use their credit cards as an emergency instead of building their savings. So I try to focus on
Hold on again.
Mm-hmm.
People use their credit cards as an emergency. Sometimes they use it as a regular purchase, like groceries and stuff.
Yeah, that's...
And then they don't pay it back.
Yeah.
And that ruins their credit score?
Yeah. So if you're one of those people using credit cards and you pay them off every month, it's not a problem. Do whatever you want with your credit cards, just make sure you pay it at the end of each month. But if you're one of those people who have to use your credit card to buy groceries or, basic staples, then there's a red flag there. There's an emergency of some sort because you don't have any savings for any emergencies. And, paying that back, you're going to pay more money. So
could you help people like that?
Absolutely. So my goal is to try to see where they are, figure out the problems, and then try to fix the problems. So we offer solutions to try to help people, and often it's they need to earn more income, or maybe they need to downsize, or maybe, we roll up our sleeves and try to figure out what other ways can we, help them bring in more money. I have some seniors who take in some student exchanges, and they loan them a room, and that brings in, $500 to $800 a month. We have other people who, downsize.
Let me go back. You
Sure.
have some seniors who take in students to live with them?
Yeah, to bring in more money.
And to bring in more, and who pays for that?
Either their parents or the school if they were on a grant, or I don't know, it depends. But some are international.
You can make that hookup.
Yeah, we try to find a way, because if they're really dead set on staying in their home and they're in the red every month, well, eventually they might get evicted. So, or they're not going to make their payments, and somebody's going to come take the house if they still owe money on the home. So that way we try to help them figure out a way to bring in some income to alleviate the pressure, and, so they have some savings.
So you can help anyone save money in their own home.
Hopefully, if they own a home, it's not always the case. Every puzzle is different, so I have to kind of look at everyone.
Even if one is buried in debt, could you help that person?
There's always a way.
There's always a way.
We hope that they're not already into bankruptcy filing. That's what my hope is, that I can catch them before that point happens, or if they're headed towards, there's products that reverse your finances and mortgages and things like that. So I'm hoping to get to them before they get to that point.
Is there any other way? Let's say I have a question for you. Is it ever too late to spend less, save more, and earn more? How would you?
Never too late. Well, especially with the age of technology. There's so many jobs online that you can do from home. If you really wanted to earn extra part-time money to build your savings, a lot of people do all kinds of things. They do the car delivery, for food, or they do pickups and drop-offs, and they, there's so much you can do if you have the time, and that you can earn extra money. Or, if it is still too tight after all that and you have 3 jobs, then it might be time to look at a change, like get a better job, or maybe go back to school part-time and try to...
How long have you been doing this, Sonia?
10 years.
10 years?
10 years, yes.
Wow, you look younger every year. How about that? Let me ask you this. And I know it's your heart, it's your passion, and you've helped a lot of people. You've helped me. And I appreciate it so much. We saved a lot of money by just sitting down chatting with you. If my voice and your voice is reaching about 90,000 people in Nashua, New Hampshire, our residential household, not household, but residence, and wherever YouTube is going, that's around the world, is there a charge for you sitting down having a chat?
Nope. So,
how would anyone, let's say, downtown Nashua, or let's say St. Agenis, Guianis, the lady who just left here, Dr. Ann Vermette, who has 5 young ladies who have kids, no jobs, no money. If they were to sit down with you, would it be a charge?
No, absolutely not.
Could you help them more than likely?
I'm sure I can help them some way.
Would you mind if I gave Dr. Vermette your number to call you to sit and chat with these people, would they come to sit with you, or you go to sit with them?
So they have a choice. I can go sit with them. They can come sit with me at an office, or we can do it over Zoom. So there's 3 choices. It's a discussion.
Let me say this, folks. You hear what we said. We just had Dr. Vermette on here with devastated women. We got 5 devastated women right here in our midst. And we have an approach to the solution. We don't know what the solution is yet, but we have an approach by a young lady who's dedicated her life to giving and serving our community right here in Nashua. And she's grown to the point of this profession that she is, let me call it, an expert. If she can help Harvey, you can believe she can help you. So what I'm suggesting to us here in Nashua, we're going to ask Sonia Prince, who's a financial wizard right here in our midst, to go and look in your cabinets, look in your insurance, look in your shoe boxes, your whatever you have, and it's never too late, never too old to call her. What number would they use to call you?
They can call me at 603
603
486
486
5930.
5930, and ask for Sonia Prince and tell them Harvey sent you. Now, I'm not going to get a commission for sure, but I'm not asking for a commission, because our whole effort and our whole drive here at Nashua Strong is to help people in our society to become better human beings. And lastly, Sonia, I had the question, let me find it. I had a question I wanted to ask you. This information is free. To find a gateway to habits of successfully managing your money. Did that make sense?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's an analysis. You ask questions, I ask questions. We get to know each other. We figure out where we're headed, and I try to help them, guide them, and save them money where I can and make them money where I can.
Did you hear that, folks? Save your money. Make your money. And it doesn't cost you a dime. All it takes is a phone call. And the number again is, Sonia, what is it? 603?
603 486 5930.
486 590. That is Sonia Prince, who will help you get off your knees and stop begging. Thank you so much, Sonia.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure, my love. She was my press agent at one time when I was a commander of something, and she got me out of a lot of hot water. Thank you, folks. Good to see you. Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers who are still kicking it, and we'll see you next time. It's my pleasure. Have a great day, and thank you so much for allowing us to come into your living rooms and behind the scenes. I forget sometimes to talk about Art and Dan and all those guys behind the scene who edit this program and allows it to come to your household in front of you on your couch for no charge. It's my pleasure. See you next time. Thank you.